the freshest in the place. Running laps with my vibe and you can't keep the pace. Head to toe while dripping in style. With a $1 million smile. Cannot be me, never could you see me. When you this fresh, everybody wanna greet me.
Hi, welcome back to Talos Vehicle. This is our June edition, and this month we've got a few exciting things for you. First of all, we've got Supercar Driver Secret Meet. That was an event, really impressed. Secondly, Carwow, we did something with the Ford RS200. How did it go? We'll have to find out. We raced the Alfa at Donington. That was an up and down weekend. You'll see about that. And we did an iconic liveries video, which was quite cool. We've got some news on the NASCAR, some more developments on the GTD40. So that's coming along nice, we'll show you that. And we raced the Alfa Romeo, or the team raced at Zandvoort over in Holland. So that's to look forward to too. Enjoy. Welcome to Silverstone and welcome to Supercar Driver Secret Meet 2025. Weather's warm, the paddock is busy. We're down here with the XXT. We're going to go out on the Supercar Parade later. Basically, meet some nice people, have a nice day, hopefully sell some cars. On the hypercar grid, as it were. We've finished the parade. We are now sat here red hot. All the engines have turned off and it's starting to get really warm with the sun as well. But it's absolutely packed with people looking at all these fantastic, stunning cars, and what a great day it's been. Supercar Drive always do a good event. Today, especially with the weather, it's been great. So we will see you next time at Grantley Hall, where we'll be releasing the 911 RT, which is a very exciting project. So hopefully see you there. If not, follow us and we'll show you.
Let's go, baby!
Let's go!
And so here we are in sunny Oxfordshire in a massive and quite impressive ex-Cold War American nuclear bomber base. It's cool as hell here. Don't know what else to say. Obviously we're going to take the RS200 up the runway. Nathan's going to be driving. I thought a little treat for him. Don't want to put him under too much pressure, but all my getaways were absolutely perfect down at Slywell. And we're going to see how well it goes.
I got some grease spooks on my plate here.
So if you're into 1980s Group B madness, then what we've got for you is an RS200 Evo. Now back in the day, the Evos used to run just under 400 horsepower. This is running just under 800 horsepower, but with a little bit of fettling of the ECU, it can go to 1,000 horsepower. Now I dread to think how quick that'll be, because this is a weapon. So obviously we've done the whole exterior and it's looking beautiful, but also we've done the interior. First thing you'll notice is a Quaife sequential box that gets you through the gears in a heartbeat. And also you'll find that we've modernized it inside. We've made it true to the original car, but also just made it feel a little bit fresher. And what do you need that gearbox for? You need it for all this power. Ever since I was a kid, I've always wanted an RS200. Unfortunately, this isn't mine, but I can stand and I can admire. It looks absolutely beautiful. 2.3 litre engine, an Evo engine that's been masterfully redone. So like we said, can go up to 1,000 horsepower. That is a piece of work. Welcome to Donington Park for round 3 of the Alfa Romeo Championship. It's red hot. It's going to get even hotter. The lads are just going out for a warm-up, a sort of practice for 20 minutes. I didn't know you could do it, or we were having one of those, or else I'd do it. But we're going out for qualifying at 10:10. We're in the new, not the new pit lane, it's Donington, it's the old pit lane. It's been painted, it looks fantastic. Let's see what happens.
Fine.
Yep.
How'd it go?
P1, I enjoyed it actually. The car had lots of grip, new tyres on the front. I'm only P1 by about 2/10 I think, in front of the 4C, which is going to beat me off the line, so I'm going to have to get past him. That driver, he doesn't like to be passed. I think he'll do anything to keep me behind, so watch this space, that could be interesting. But yeah, even though it's hot, I'm relaxed, I'm not sweaty, I'm not as sweaty as I usually am. So, yeah, a good start to the day. Let's hope it continues.
Race 2. How'd it go?
Well, started third, got to second on the first lap, managed to get past Jack Berry with a really nice move, even if I do say so myself. Pulled away a little bit, got a driving standards flag for the chicane. I'm sure it was the chicane for cutting that, which I knew. I was just trying to do it until I got a warning. And then a few laps later I got a 5-second penalty, so I thought, I'm going to pull this 5 seconds out. So I drive like an absolute banshee, and then managed to get another 5-second penalty because my tyres were going off and I was literally going wide at every single corner. So they took my first place away and then wouldn't tell me where I'd gone off and got the penalties. Really fun to work with someone. Anywho, we're at Zandvoort next week. Let's see how we get on there. So, 3 of my favourite livery cars down here at Talos HQ. Firstly, the 89 March, Leighton House. Beautiful car, Adrian Newey, simple, like the design. Just look at the colour, Leighton House, a Japanese property developer. The colour, not seen anything before, I don't even know how to pronounce what colour it is. I haven't seen anything else like it. We've got the BP, we've got the auto glass, absolutely iconic. Secondly, it's got to be a Subaru, doesn't it? The Subaru from 1995. As you can see, it's not got the 555 cigarette tobacco advertising on. Reason for that is, in France, it's banned. But at the Monaco Grand Prix, the Monaco Rally, or the Monte Carlo Rally, that this one took part in, it wasn't banned in Monaco. So every time the car went from Monaco to France, they changed the stickers each time. And what would a livery be without a Marlboro liveried single-seater racing car. This one's a Penske, a PC20. It's absolutely iconic. I don't think I need to say anything else about that. It's probably the most famous livery in the world.
Days of Thunder Tom Cruise. Vedrás nějaká, proč nebylo to štělo, vazáka. Vaše válek se vrý, kála se kapry, zobrokázím čipy kare.
So as you can see behind me, the NASCAR is back. Just got back from Nickspeed. He's been redoing the back end. I think they put a racing truck axle in. I was trying to make it into this is a cup car, but it's designed for going left round banks. So everything's sort of off, not off centre, but off camber, you know what I mean. So to race them on a track, you have to change it all over. We still need to do the front end of that. We're in no rush for that because there's talk of a bit of a race series, but who knows, it's just talk. So, we'll just look at it. We're going to change the wheels back to black. And other than that, we'll just, might start the engine occasionally because it does sound pretty cool. Other than that, we'll just look at it. And so the GTD40, if you look on the floor, you'll see a lot of this knocking about, which would suggest it's bodywork time. We've been trying to fit, we've been fitting the bodywork. It's been not the easiest job in the world, but we're just about there now. Even on production cars, the bodywork can be a bit funny. So if you think like an old 1980s kit car, yeah, not that much fun, but we're getting there. All the clips are on, everything's attached, the bodywork's on, it's just ready now to go and be wrapped. We need to decide on the colour because we want something that looks a bit different. So if you've got any ideas, let us know.
Can you take me higher? Higher, higher.
Good morning, we are in Zandvoort in Holland, as you can see by the sticker here. We are warming the car up, about 9:30, about 20 degrees, slightly overcast, slight breeze, it's good racing weather actually, but we welcome really nicely by all the Dutch drivers. We're a really good set of lads. And then we're going to go out for qualifying in about 15 minutes.
That's all that matters. And I just stare in your eyes. Stare in your eyes. And I just stare in your eyes.
Just done qualifying, how did that go?
We done qualifying. Well, I did a lap and a half, if that's what you call qualifying. End of Donington. Last lap. Start getting a vibration in the front left. Anyway, the lads had a look at the drive shaft. And everything was alright. Went out, same vibration in qualifying today. And then it started pulling to the left and I thought, oh, it must be the track, we must have like, you know, like on the inside lane of like the M1, when you get those tram lines, then it pulls you. I thought, and I'm like, I can't see I get that on a racetrack. So anyway, I'm going round, absolutely terrified because I thought it was going to kick me off. And I thought I'll just do 3 laps and come in. Anyway, middle of lap, as far away from pitch as you can get, middle of the second lap, bang, drive shaft goes, pull over, sit there for 25 minutes. Not like life's not hard enough as it is at the moment, but a bit like that happening. But it's fixed now. I'm in 10th, which I'm amazed about because I literally tootled around. So I think there's going to be some surprises in front of me when I come flying past them. in the first race. All I need to do is stay together and it's going to get real. Let's see.
Can you take me higher? Higher, higher. Can you take me higher? Higher, higher. All in my mind. All in my mind. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. And I just stare in your eyes. Stare in your eyes. And I just stare in your eyes.
But I look bright red, it's warm out there. I'll do a pop. You won't remember pop, will you? No. When you just go. Spell P-O. Pop. B. See, I can't, my brain's gone. Well, we won. Came from 10th after the poor qualifying. Ripped through the field, as of course we should do. And then just as we got a 60 zone for a few minutes, 7 or 8 minutes, vibration came back in the front left drive shaft again. So I started trying to nurse it, and then whoever was second in that red and white one, I saw him appear and I'm like, oh God. So I had to stop bouncing along, but got it over the line. I'm hot, I'm sweaty. But if you want to know one good thing about a hobby, it takes your mind off all that's going on in the world, even for a briefest, but you also have to excuse Nathan's towel hanging up. I don't know, I'm not very professional. Let's see how we get on tomorrow. So, I hope you enjoyed the June edition. Now, July, what have we got planned? Well, among other things, we've got a very important shoot with Monster. It's to do with drift cars, which I'm not really that bothered about, but it is very important and very, very high profile. So there'll be that to come. Grantley Hall, we have the supercar driver day there. That's always really smart do, worth going. Supercar Fest at Mallory, taking some of the cars round. We might be racing the Alfas again, I don't know. But one thing we have got coming, and it's been in development for about 3 months now, is a new suspension for the Ferrari XX-T. Designed by Olin, produced by Mick Gardner Racing. 3-way, same as in the Koenigsegg apparently, or similar. That's going to be a work of art, I am sure. Also, we're receiving the Porsche RT back, so you'll be able to see that for the first time. It's not truly finished yet, still needs a few bits and bats, but that's very exciting. Can't wait to show you.